just awesome. Like, so then you have 16% damage reduction just when you have recuperate up, and that's not even taking in resilience into account. And so with resilience and with improved recuperate and with deadened nerves, you have a ton of damage reduction. And when using your defensive cooldowns such as evasion and combat readiness, it means that you have really great survivability and can even survive until your next cooldowns come back if needed. Like if you use evasion and combat readiness, and then just with your recuperate and 1 minute cooldowns such as disarm, you can actually live until the next proc of evasion or combat readiness. And then that most rogues can't do that. Once you use all of your cooldowns, basically you're done. But with assassination and all that, and with improved recuperate and quickening, it's really easy to stay alive. Alright, so glyphs, I have Glyph of Rupture, which increases the duration of Rupture by 4 seconds. And that's just awesome because, as I said in the talent tree, venomous wounds, the longer you have Rupture, the better chance you have to deal 2,867 nature damage and regain 10 energy. And so then I have Glyph of Mutilate, and reduces the cost of Mutilate by 5 energy, and you just need that if you're Assassination, because Mutilate is what you're going to be using to get combo points every time. Besides, like, the odd occasion where you'll use something like Gouge because somebody's attacking you, that gives you a combo point, but Mutilate, 90% of the time, no, more than that, 95, 90, even 99% of the time, that's what you'll be using to get combo points. And then I have Glyph of Vendetta, which increases the duration of your Vendetta ability by 20%. And Vendetta is, if anybody doesn't know, it's where you mark an enemy for death, increasing all damage you deal to the target by 20%, and granting you unerring vision on your target, regardless of concealments such as stealth and invisibility. And so just for 36 seconds, because of the glyph, I am dealing just 20% more damage in total, and if it's a rogue, he can't get away unless he uses Cloak of Shadows. But if he has used Cloak of Shadows already, then he can't get away. I can see him no matter what. I can take him out. I can take out a Feral Druid, and they won't be able to stealth away. And also, just the 20% damage means so much because I can burst people down incredibly quickly. Alright, so for medium glyphs, major glyphs, I have Glyph of Garrote, which increases the duration of your Garrote's ability silence effect by 2 seconds. And that's just like an added benefit to Garrote because most of the time you will be using Garrote for the Venomous Wounds talent. And just the longer the silence you have on your Garrote, the more damage you can deal to a target, such as a mage or a warlock who can instantly CC you after they're not silenced anymore. A mage could use Frost Nova, or a warlock could use Howl of Terror or Shadow Fury, any of those things. So the longer silence you have, the more time you get to hurt the enemy. Then I have Glyph of Sprint, and basically I use Glyph of Sprint to either chase down an enemy who's on a mount or to get away from an enemy. And the 100% movement speed increase that I now get from Sprint because of the glyph is incredibly useful, specifically because, well, 100%, that's as fast as a ground mount, and most enemies won't be able to catch you with that. And even if you're slowed 30% by, say, a Warlock's Curse of Exhaustion, you're still moving at 70% more movement speed. And just no one's really going to be able to catch you like that. Then I have Glyph of Blind, which is obvious. Every rogue who does any form of arena needs a Glyph of Blind. And what Glyph of Blind does is your blind ability also removes all damage over time effects from the target. And most rogues, if say you don't run with a partner who uses damage over times, which I think every class does use at least one, every once in a while at least. But well, you have your deadly poison, and if you have Rupture or Garrote on them, then they'll instantly be out of blind. So when you cast blind on somebody, then all their damage over time effects will be gone, and they'll be stuck for 8 seconds, I think. Because blind got changed in 4.06. But yeah. Alright, so some of the main things you gotta do for Assassination is you gotta open with, well, you get the sap on them. Obviously, any rogue knows that. And then while they're sapped, typically you apply Vendetta, and then open up with Garrote. And once you've opened up with Garrote, you typically get one more Mutilate in, and then you apply Rupture. And then on your next 5 combo points, you put up a Recuperate, because by this time the target should be back on you. And if it's a caster especially, they might be able to get away from you for a little bit, and the recuperate you have up on yourself will make it so that you're taking less damage and you're healing, and you'll be able to catch up to them. And now by this point, all it depends on is the situation. And I'm gonna be putting up duel videos in order to beat a lot of specs, because some classes are, you gotta know when to use your abilities at the right time, such as when a warrior procs counterattack. That's when you would use evasion, because you're dodging his counterattacks. And then disarm, it depends on the situation, but if you're on a threes team and a warrior starts using Bladestorm, you'd obviously want to disarm the Bladestorm. So I'm going to be putting out videos to show when to use certain abilities. Basically, one of your greatest tools as any spec of a rogue, and a lot of rogues don't use this enough, is Smoke Bomb. And Smoke Bomb is really useful in Battlegrounds, but the places I've seen it come to its greatest effect are in arenas, especially because I run on a double DPS team. Well, what you have to do is, once you start dealing damage to the target, and if there's a healer, you take out the DPS. You attack the DPS, and then as the healer starts casting a heal, you apply Smoke Bomb on the ground. And then what you have to do is you have to keep him in the Smoke Bomb. Sorry. See, that's the area of effect of the Smoke Bomb. And you need to keep the target inside here, because as long as the target's inside here, the healer can't do anything. And with Vendetta, and with all your things, and with your partner being there, you should be able to pretty much just kill them right then. And that's how we win a lot of our healer DPS arena matches. And that's really awesome. But anyway, I'm gonna be putting out Battleground videos on my rogue within the week, and I'm going to be fixing the Warlock video I put out, because I don't know what happened there, but something went wrong. But yeah, anyway, that's everything. Thanks for watching.